Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a homeschool routine video, so it's going to be a little bit of me talking about our schedule and me showing you the chaos. But I figured that it would also be a voiceover of me talking over us doing school because I don't want to distract them in school. It would already be a distraction having the camera out. So what I'm going to do is just do like a talk or a overview of what we do and me just talking through it. So first off, we wake up and we get everybody dressed and we do breakfast and I make coffee first. Then after we've settled a little bit and maybe got a little bit of the chaos out of the way, I start school with Jace. He has 4 to 5 books at a time that he does, and so we do math, phonics, science, and another reading one in the morning. And then once Jace is done with all of his school books, his individual school books, we then move on to Jordan. So Jordan does math, phonics, and reading as well. And then we move on to Jadalyn, and she does phonics, ABCs, her tracing her ABCs and her numbers, and then she also does phonics and math. And then once that's all done, then we do our group study, which is like our curriculum that we follow-ish. I don't know if it's considered a curriculum, but basically it's a notebook binder that I printed off for, it's like basically notebooks that they follow along with the Nature Anatomy books. I have them for every single one of the Julia Rothman books. So the Ocean Anatomy, Food Anatomy, Farm Anatomy, and Nature Anatomy. Currently we're on the Nature Anatomy one. So what we do is we sit down and I read the page that we're supposed to be on, and then they are supposed to copy it or draw the object of whatever into their binder. And so if they need individual help, I will help them. If one needs more time than the other, I help them. Typically this goes pretty quick, but it is a really good learning lesson. And then after our morning routine, our morning homeschool routine, typically we do individual play. So it's typically one-on-one with me or while the others play, and we do like a game together, or we work on something that they are struggling with. And this seems like this goes by fast, but it's typically like an hour and a half per kid in the morning for their school books. And then we move on to this, and this takes about an hour each. And I have 4 kids, so I do this with each one of my kids. And then in the evening time, we do reading. So I do a read aloud at night, but I also do individual reading because Jace is learning how to read. So he is on the step 1, sometimes step 2, learning to read books. And so then he reads at night. So that is what our homeschool routine is, but I'm going to add in a bunch of clips of us doing the things that I was talking about, because it is very time consuming, every single one. We also do a lot of homeschool games. We do drawing lessons, art lessons, watercoloring, life lessons in general with cooking, doing hair for each other, painting our fingernails. Like, we do a lot of things for them to learn, because my children are now, wow, they're all different ages now. They're 3, 5, 7, and 8. I just had 2, 4, 6, 8 not long ago. That's what I mean, because all their birthdays are boom, boom, boom. So yeah, it's busy and it can be hectic. I used to do them all at once. I would have them do their individual work that they didn't need help with, and then we would have our individual time, and we would then do our individual work then with one-on-one help. But I was noticing that they were getting more frustrated when they were having to do it on their own. That's why I sit down with them, and like, if they don't need help on a certain book, I'll bring out my journal or bring out my to-do list, and I'll just overview my to-do list really quick. Or if while they're doing something, if my other kids need help with something, figuring out a game or whatever that they were doing, then I'll go and help them while the individual child does not need help that second. So there's a lot of movement. It's not like a sit down at a desk and this is what we do. Like, a lot of the times the kids don't want to sit at the table, so we're in here on my bed and we do school in here. Like, it's very eclectic. I'm not very strict about it. I just know, like, you have to do these school books and we have to do the curriculum every single day, and we have to do read aloud. Like, that's the rules. There's no going around it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next one. Bye, guys.